Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, September 28th, 2020. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. Federal Minister of Education, the Honorable John L. Powell, on Monday, September 28th, provided an overview of the performance of candidates in St. Kitts and Nevis during the July 2020 sitting of the Caribbean Examinations Council CXC examinations. He presented the preliminary results at a press conference hosted by the ministry. The national pass rate for the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate CSEC is 84.03%, as opposed to 80.37% recorded in 2019.
Schools in St. Kitts returned 3,143 acceptable grades, while those in Nevis recorded 1,012. Private candidates in St. Kitts attained 724 passing grades, with 230 in Nevis. I must note that Washington Archibald High School amassed the highest acceptable grades, being 829 from 999 entries among schools in St. Kitts, while the Charlestown Secondary emerged as the school with the highest acceptable grades, some 568 from 642 entries there in Nevis.
Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination CAPE candidates returned a national pass rate of 90.48%.
Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College returned 919 out of 1,011 subject entries. CFBC Adult and Continuing Education Division obtained some 61 of 67 entries. Her Majesty's Prison amassed 28 out of 31. Nevis Sixth Form obtained 441 out of 492 entries, and Nevis Private returned 5 acceptable grades from 6 entries sat.
The Education Minister commended all CSEC and CAPE candidates, whom he said worked assiduously and finished well.
Ministry stakeholders, including principals and teachers, are to be formally recognized for the commitment, dedication, and resilience exhibited to ensure that candidates were adequately prepared to write this year's CXC examinations. Together, our actions have confirmed that unprecedented times required unprecedented support, and that support was undeniably overwhelming.
Minister Powell noted that candidates are seeking to challenge grades received by using CXC's query and review process. Therefore, the final statistics may be impacted. The Nevis Island Administration's Ministry of Human Resources is informing that the government of the Kingdom of Morocco is offering one fully funded scholarship for an outstanding candidate with a CSEC and or CAPE passes to undergo a Bachelor of Arts in International Studies. The program, which will commence in January 2021, provides tuition fees, registration fees, insurance and school supplies, accommodation, a monthly stipend, and travel airfare. Interested candidates must be between 18 and 20 years old and should submit a photocopy of their diploma or certificates of qualification, a photo of their CXC transcript, birth certificate, photocopy of transport biodata page, recent police record, 2 passport photos, and a medical certificate issued by the Public Health Services confirming their physical fitness and certifying that they are vaccinated and not affected by any contagious or acute diseases. Candidates will be informed of any necessary alterations and or deferment due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A copy of the application must be submitted to the Ministry of Human Resources on or before Friday, October 2nd, 2020. For additional information or to apply, visit www.aui.ma or contact Shanola Murray-Gill or Ronnie Williams at the Ministry of Human Resources in the Nevis Island Administration at 469-5521, extension 5163 or 5164. Or send an email to shanola.murgill@niagov.com or ronnieswilliams@niagov.com. Staff of the Nevis branch of the St. Christopher and the Nevis Social Security Board have received a donation of face masks from young entrepreneur Zuena Jones of Z's Exquisite Apparel line, Zeal. Senior branch manager of the Social Security Board, Donovan Herbert, spoke of the donation.
Mrs. Zuena Jones took action during the COVID crisis. Very shortly after the lockdown, Mrs. Zuena Jones came to the office with her mother, of course, and donated 25 COVID masks made with her own hands and her skills to our staff. The masks were well needed at the time, and our staff, we were extremely appreciative of the gesture. So today, we want to put the spotlight on Mrs. Zuena Jones, and we want the whole of St. Kitts and Nevis, more particular the citizens and residents of Nevis, to see a prime example of a wonderful young lady doing something positive for our nation. And so, Ms. Jones, I will encourage you to keep that attitude, keep that mindset.
Jones, who is a Social Security Board scholarship recipient, noted that the donation was her way of giving back to the institution.
And it was a pleasure giving back to my scholarship donor, and they have been contributed to my education journey for the past 6 years, and I am forever grateful.
Zuena Jones of Z's Exquisite Apparel line. Still to come?
And there are prizes to be won, and the announcement will be done on Thursday, October 15th, which is Caribbean Statistics Day.
We'll give you the details after this break. Welcome back. As part of its pre-census awareness exercise, the Department of Statistics and Economic Planning is inviting students and members of the general public to participate in 3 competitions it is hosting. Director Doriel Phillip explains.
They are the Primary School Population and Houses Census Tagline Competition, and these are for ages 9 to 12 or grades 4 to 6. We also have the Secondary and Tertiary Schools Population and Housing Census Slogan Competition, and it's open to all secondary and tertiary students. And then we have the Population and Housing Census Logo Competition, that is open to the general public, that's persons of all ages.
For information on the guidelines of the 3 competitions, interested persons can visit the Department of Statistics at the Hosford's Valuemat Complex, the Nevis Statistics Department Facebook page, or the Nevis Island Administration's web portal, nia.gov.kn.
And there are prizes to be won, and the announcement will be done on Thursday, October 15th, which is Caribbean Statistics Day, as to the winners for the 3 competitions. And we're asking the general public to participate. And for the students, you win a prize for yourself and also for your school. So we are asking the schools and the headmasters to encourage your children to enter. We need a slogan. And from that slogan, we'll be having a jingle competition coming in October. So the jingle competition will come after the slogan because the slogan dictates the jingle.
Entries for the Department of Statistics tagline, slogan, and logo competitions should be submitted by Wednesday, October 7th, 2020 via email to statsdeptnevis@gmail.com. The Nevis Electricity Company Limited NEVLEC is advising its customers of an emergency power outage for Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. NEVLEC customers on the Cotton Ground feeder in the area of Paradise in proximity to Paradise Drive-Thru will be affected by the emergency outage on Tuesday, September 29th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The interruption is to complete remedial work on high voltage poles in Paradise. NEVLEC wishes to apologize for the short notice and for any inconvenience caused due to this interruption. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing.